Well, today I'm showing a bunch of MMORPGs in separate videos. This video will be dedicated to Embers Adrift, which is an upcoming game by some indie team, which I cannot speak much about. Again, I haven't played it, I haven't seen the game other than trailers. I will show you some footage. I will show you a little bit of what about the game. The most important thing is monetizing the game. They've been letting people pre-order as an alpha backer, alpha friend, beta backer, pre-ordering the game and being able to play it early. Also, there is an NDA which soon will be getting lifted. And yeah, I guess soon they will be transitioning from one phase to another. Let's just quickly take a look at the alpha backer title. You get a bunch of titles, so it's $50. You get alpha, closed beta access, some inlaid sword, which is probably a cosmetic, 3-day early access before release. I never like selling stuff like that, as if you're valuing some people more than others. And you get 1 month live game time, so it's gonna be a subscription based game, which could mean good things for the game if there is no pay to win and people are subscribing to the game monthly. That might be good for that. But the thing is, will the game be grindy? Is it gonna be yet another grindy MMO, or is it gonna be an MMO where you reach the end game quickly and then you start farming for wood and testing builds and different setups for your quests, rather than grinding for levels, which is the most boring thing in games, especially MMOs, the way they're designed. So alpha friend, alpha access for a friend, and beta backer, again $50, which gives you, this is coming March 1st. So next month this will be coming as a beta. You won't be able to buy beta backer until the 1st of March, but it will be the same price as an alpha backer, so you might as well purchase alpha backer. And probably alpha backer will disappear because they'll be moving to closed beta probably on March 1st, and that's probably when the NDA will be disappearing and people will be able to stream it. It gives you Wonder title, closed beta access, inlaid sword again, 1 day early access before release instead of 3, and 1 month live game time. This is the sword, I guess, that they're giving you. I'm not sure if this will be just an item that's very shitty in the high levels but very good in the low levels, to prevent it from counting as pay to win, but hopefully you would be able to take the skin of this sword and apply it to other swords. There isn't that much information. I hope they put more information about the game out now. In terms of trailers, there is this one. I've muted it for copyright purposes of the music to not get myself in trouble. The world looks reasonably good. It's not the best looking one, but again, it's a massive game, so some things need to be optimized and some things need to look a little bit less than perfect. I mean, it's very hard to make a massively multiplayer online game that looks amazingly beautiful, but this looks beautiful enough. It's good enough. Animations and skills and combat, from what I've seen, I'll show you some combat, look very, very slow. In fact, scratch that. Very slow. Probably is the best way to say this. So yeah, let me show you quickly what I'm talking about when I say the combat looks slow. This is recently released on January 31st, development news episode 2. That's the community manager. Let's just move on to some of the gameplay footage. There was another thing like a trailer where there was more gameplay footage, but okay, that's them fighting an exile. Look at how there's a bunch of time that everyone needs to wait after performing an attack before the next one. There's this delay, and this is something very off-putting to someone like me who likes fast-paced action RPG combat. And look at that, there's barely any impact. They're hitting the NPC looks as if he's not getting hit. He's slightly moving a little bit and that's it. So they really need to improve the combat if they want to win people who play games for the combat. Sure, they might win me with wood, But if I'm not enjoying getting the wood because the combat is boring, wood by itself is not gonna be enough to win me. Some people play for the story, they don't care about the combat as much as others, and that's gonna be the people who would love this game. People who don't really care much if the combat is amazing and are okay with mediocre combat system. And that's fine. I mean, Embers Adrift, it will be in a beta phase when it's playable in March. So how the game and the combat, which seems to be the weakest link right now, will improve remains to be seen. I don't know much about itemization, about endgame content, because I mean, a game like that would need endgame to survive, otherwise people will just quit after finishing it. So how the dungeons will be, whether they will be limiting dungeon access, which is a terrible idea, hopefully they don't, whether there will be sold dungeons or whether it will be only team-based content also remains to be seen. But yeah, you can see the fighting is anything from fast-paced. It's very boring, it's very slow, and very, what's the opposite of impactful? The fight is anything but impactful. Hopefully they improve on that. Let me scroll through the video a little bit forward so you can see more of that. But obviously it's definitely not that great. But again, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you out there that might overlook this lack of fluidness in the combat, a lack of fluidity, this rigid, stiff combat, and you might end up enjoying the game, playing it as an explorer, as an adventurer that just wants to level up and grind and kill some monsters and mobs socially with other people and do some quests and stuff. But there's many other games that do that, and probably much better than this game. Not sure what the strength of this game is. It might end up becoming a game that's average in every single way, and it's not excelling in any particular area. Which in the modern day market, an MMO needs to excel at least in one thing, with build diversity or item diversity, which results in build diversity, be it combat and combat animations and fluidity, be it story or be it endgame content and dungeons and stuff. You need to do something better than the best current competitor, or at least equally as good as the best current competitor. Even if you don't do everything in top tier, you need to have at least one category where the game stands out compared to its competitors. And from what I'm seeing right now, this game, the things that I'm seeing, which is the combat, the world, the graphics, the animations, it doesn't excel. Hopefully the story or the end game is good, and hopefully the build diversity is good. Otherwise, I don't see this game having that big of an audience, but every game has people who play it, and this game will have some people to play it and support it. Hopefully that's enough to keep the game live. So yeah, let's go back to the website, see if there's any more information. Let's go under here, Sandbox environment, no quest hubs, no mini-maps, no railroads, experience an ever-expanding world of adventure. See, some people love this shit. I probably don't. In fact, I really don't. Group-based gameplay, overcoming impossible challenges is a feeling like no other, and there is something even greater about doing it with friends and allies. Come make memories to share around the Ember Ring. Immersive experience, blaze a path through untamed forests, forge into cavernous depths, become a light in the dark, join our ranks to see what awaits across a new horizon. Okay, a lot of words, a lot of stuff, but it doesn't grab me. So yeah, the developers are Stormhaven Studios. You can see EverQuest was their inspiration. I could immediately see that they're old school gamers, old school MMO gamers, because they made it as grindy and as boring as an old school MMO such as EverQuest. Of course, for them it might not be boring and grindy, but for me it really seems that way. So yeah, the team fresh young blood developers. I don't see any big veterans, but maybe some of them are. But hopefully they end up making a good game eventually, based on some player feedback. Right now it doesn't seem bad, but it doesn't seem great either. It seems average at best. So I think that's enough information. You can go to embersadrift.com, you can visit the YouTube channel of Embers Adrift, and you can watch some videos, read some stuff, check the forums, interact with people. Soon the NDA will be lifted, we'll be able to see people streaming and playing the game, and learn more about it, other than just the trailers which barely show stuff. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you wanna get notified when I upload more content for Wooter and not so Wooter games, such as builds, guides, etc., you can subscribe to my channel, hit the bell button not to miss out notifications, and even optionally you can be a member, which is a monthly payment that is recurring, that can be cancelled. That gives you access to emotes and badges drawn by me. As well as optionally you can ask me on Discord for some tutorials if you're a member for Premiere, After Effects and Photoshop. Thanks for watching this until the end, keep it cool until next time, and goodbye.